I'm Lee Tessier from Remax American Dream, and I have Jeff Allball here from Carrollton Bank.
Hi, Lee.
And thanks for coming. We wanted to talk briefly about, can buyers get a loan in today's market? Can you give us a little bit of an overview with that? How tough is it to get a loan?
Certainly, Lee. I hear all the time people think that you can't get a mortgage in today's environment. It's actually very easy to get a mortgage in today's environment. What's changed over the past couple of years or so is that you have to prove your income now, which is not a big deal, and you have to have decent credit. You have to have usually a minimum of about a 620 credit score or higher, whereas prior you could have low credit scores.
Okay.
But really it's not difficult to get a mortgage. If you're reasonably paying your bills, then we get you into a mortgage.
Okay, just paying them one time and
yes.
You're not having a lot of debt, stuff of that sort.
Correct. What's most important is your past 1 year of payments on bills. That's scrutinized a little bit more than what past years are. A lot of people go through rough times on their credit, but it's really how you rebound that matters.
All right, good. And last week I was watching on the news and they had, buying versus renting, and then they're talking about that you need 20% down on the mortgage. Is that true, or is that?
Not at all true. There are actually programs, excuse me, where you can go in with no down payment, low down payment. We have conventional loans with 3% down or 5% down. But I hear from a lot of clients that they expect that you need 20% down, and that's not true.
Okay.
The government wants you to be able to get into a home with a low down payment.
Okay, so FHA or VA?
Correct. FHA is 3.5% down.
Okay.
And FHA is not just for first-time home buyers. You can use that if you've owned a home before. If you're a veteran of the military, 100% financing in most cases. Conventional loans, again, 3% down, 5% down. There's a rural housing loan called USDA that's 100% if you're buying in certain areas.
Okay, so parts of Harford County would have that?
Yes, parts of Harford, maybe parts of Cecil, some of Baltimore.
Okay. All right, so there's quite a few programs out there without 20% down. That's what I just wanted to prove to the buyers in today's market of don't hold back. Don't go rent. We had one of our clients that was renting, paying $1,200 a month, and you did the mortgage for them, and their payment ended up being $815 for the same type of house. Plus, they're getting the tax benefits from it.
That's true. Actually, you can sometimes get into a home with less money to purchase a home than you can to rent.
Yeah.
With the grant programs that are out there.
That's right. You got first payment and security deposit, so usually a minimum of $2,400–2,500 we're seeing, where some of the first-time home buyers I know have gotten in with as little as what, $1,000–1,500.
Exactly, $1,000 sometimes, maybe even a little bit less than that.
Okay, just depending on the grants, how they qualify, stuff of that sort.
Correct. There are some federal grant programs, there are some state programs, and occasionally there are local programs depending on what county that you buy in.
Okay, and what do you see in the major things that buyers are needing, right out of the gate, like tax returns, W-2s, stuff of that sort?
That's what's changed, is buyers need a lot more documentation than they ever have before. 2 years tax returns that they filed, hopefully. Recent pay stubs covering at least the last 1 month of pay, the last 2 months of bank statements, and there could be some other things, retirement statements, divorce decrees, your rental history.
Okay.
Those are the things that we generally need.
Okay, so nothing, totally major that, everything under the sun. I know that the banks are asking for a lot more in today's market of proving anything in the past. And one of the things we do see is, buyers get a little frustrated is on the very ending of it, a couple days prior to settlement, when the underwriters are getting a hold of things. Is there anything that we can prep that buyer better for as well?
It's great if a buyer has their documentation in order, and the quicker you get your documentation to the lender, the quicker we can review it and get it to the underwriter for approval. If you're late in getting your paperwork to the lender, they can't review it until the last minute, and then it holds up the process.
Okay, and then now rates are pretty much all-time low?
Rates are excellent, and that's one of the things about this market is you have lower sales prices and you have great interest rates. We have 15-year rates in the mid-2s, we have 30-year rates in the low 3s, or even down to 3% or so. Wow. So rates are excellent right now.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you meeting with us, and good to see you again.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.